Hello and welcome to tonight's game between the Eau Claire Mini Lutheran Lancers and the AC Lincoln Hornets. Still Bernthal commentating for you. JV played earlier. If you missed that, you can go back and watch that. The Lancers did win that by quite a bit. Starting for the Lancers would be Andrew Lau, Daniel Hine, Vance Havemeyer, Kevin Kern, and Britton Rutz. And starting for the Hornets is Zachary Dolly, Jace Paul, Jaden Rokamp, 22 Benjamin Ross, and number 23 Raul Escamillo. Escamillo? I don't know. Hine will be doing the tip-off for the Lancers, and opposing him is Paul. Hine wins the tip-off, goes to Rutz, Rutz to Havemeyer, Havemeyer out to Kern, Kern to Lau, Lau back to Havemeyer, down to Hine, Hine inside to Kern, back out to Havemeyer, to Lau, Lau back to Havemeyer, Havemeyer to Hine, Hine's going to drive baseline, go up with it, misses out the front of the rim, rebounds his own shot, out to Kern, Kern to Havemeyer, Havemeyer to Lau, Lau, three, bounce off the rim and out, rebounded by Paul. Paul passes ahead to Ross. Ross back to Paul. Paul looking to drive inside. Cuts across court to Dolly. Dolly to Escamilla. And back to Ross. Ross to Dolly. Dolly to Rokamp. To Ross again. And then down to Escamilla. And back to Ross. To Paul. Paul, three. Bounce out front of the rim and out. They go off Escamilla and out. Havemeyer to pass the ball in for the Lancers. Havemeyer into Lau, and Lau will take it up court for the Lancers. Lau to Hine. Right wing, skip pass across to Havemeyer. Comes top the key, pass again to Hine, back to Havemeyer, and down to Lau in the left-hand corner. Drives inside, then out to Rutz. Rutz driving inside, back out to Lau, corner. Doesn't take the three, Back to Hine. And carry called on Hine. Ross will take it up the court for AC Lincoln. Ross inside to Paul. Paul outside to Rokamp. Three! Lau taking it the other way for the Lancers. Pass to Rutz, back to Lau, and across to Havemeyer. Havemeyer into Kern. Kern back out to Havemeyer, tipped away, and taken by Ross. Ross inside to Paul. Paul outside to Rokamp. Up to Paul again, and then to Dolly. Dolly to Ross. Dolly again, and to Paul. Paul goes inside to Ross. Trapped by two people, and sends it out to Rokamp. Back to Paul again, and out to Escamilla. Down inside to Dolly. Back up to Escamilla, and to Paul again. Not to Paul, sorry, to Ross. Dolly, Escamilla. Across to Dolly, and then to Ross again. Paul. He's going to drive inside, go up with it, and travel called. Nope, jump ball called. Never mind. It'll be Lincoln's ball. Rokamp to pass in. He's going to get it into Ross. Ross to Escamilla, who will lose it out of bounds. Havemeyer will pass into Lau, and Lau take it up the court for the Lancers. Lancers are down by 3. 15-14 left to play. Lau to Havemeyer. Havemeyer skip pass across to Hine. Hine's going to go in with it. Pass to Kern. Kern fake pass. Sends it out to Lau. To Havemeyer. Havemeyer across to Hine. Hine's going to drive inside with it. Go up. Just misses out the front of the rim. Goes up again after getting the rebound and is fouled. He'll be shooting 2. Foul is called on, I believe, Escamilla. Yes. It's his first personal on team's first of the night. Hine shooting 2. Hine makes his first. Sullivan in for Kern. And Hine makes his second. And Ross will take it the other way for AC Lincoln. Ross is going to go inside the Paul. The travel call. Havemeyer will pass it in to Lau, and Lau again will take it up the court for the Lancers. Lau into Roots. Roots running across. Stops that high post. Nice shot. Ross now with it for AC Lincoln. Tries going inside to Paul. Paul with a nice catch there. Goes out across to Dolly to Escamilla. And back down to Ross. To Paul again. And all the way across to Rokamp. Rokamp, 3. Second of the night. Timeout Hornets, full. Hornets lead 6-4, up by 2. Rokamp with their only points, both threes. Roots and Hine with 2 apiece. Hine with both free throws. Roots now to pass in. He'll get it into Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau looking 3. Does not take it. Passes out to Hine. Hine to Havemeyer. Havemeyer across court to Sullivan. Sullivan to Lau. Lau, 3. Just misses. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Ross. Ross will get it to Conda. Conda taking it up the court. Gets it down to Rokamp. Rokamp back to Ross. Down to Conda and down to Dolly. Dolly looking to drive. Baseline does not get it, and a jump ball is called. Lance's ball. Nice effort by Hine there. Havemeyer to pass into Lau, and Lau will take it up the court for the Lancers. Lau to Hine. Hine's going to drive inside with it. Nice move. Ross with it now. Gets it down to Rokamp. Rokamp back to Ross. And down into Dolly. Who's going to lose it to Havemeyer. Havemeyer with a breakaway. He's going to go up with the layup and make it in. Hine there to save it anyway. Lance is now up 8-6, leading by 2. Ross with it now. Ross inside to Dolly. Then to Conda. Out to Dolly again. And down to Ross. Ross tries to get it down into Conda. Is unable to do so and comes up to Paul. Across to Rokamp. To Conda again. Stolen by Havemeyer for the second time. And again with another layup. And another timeout called by AC Lincoln. (10-6). Lance is now lead by 4. 12-19 left to play in the half. Conda with it. Conda down to Ross. Ross inside to Paul. Roots there. Nice shot by Paul. Just misses though. Rebounded by Hine. Hine taking it the other way for the Lancers. Down to Havemeyer. Havemeyer up to Hine. Hine's going to drive with it. Goes up with a shot. Nice shot. Hine now with 6 points. Paul will take it up the court this time for AC Lincoln, then passes the last second to Conda. Conda getting a screen, passes across to Ross. Ross going inside to Paul again. Paul's going to try again for another point. Goes up with it, makes it, and is fouled by Roots. Roots' first personal, teams first. And Paul will make his free throw. Lau taking it up for the Lancers, 12-9. Lancers lead by 3. Lau to Roots. Roots driving inside, then passes out to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Hine. Hine to Sullivan. Sullivan across to Lau. Looks inside to Roots, high post, goes up with it, and makes that. Conda bringing it the other way for AC Lincoln. Conda gets another screen. Covered well by Hines. Pass is stolen by Lau. Sends it ahead to Havemeyer. Tipped away there by Burnt. And it'll go out on Burnt. Hine to pass in, 14-9. Lancers lead by 5. Hine into Lau. Lau with an open 3. Rolls in and out of the rim. That'll go off Sullivan and out. Lancers now running a press. Man, I believe. Ross to pass in. He's going to get it into Paul. Lance is still in a man. Paul getting it into Conda. Out to Ross. Goes up with it. Misses that shot, airballs. And Havemeyer to receive that. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau across to Hine. Hine goes inside with it and up. Just misses that. Rebounds zone shot. Puts it up again and makes it. Hine now with 8 points. 6 of them jumpers from inside. Ball now coming up the court with it. Paul to Rokamp. Out to Burnt. Burnt to Conda. And down inside to Ross, sorry. Up to Paul. Paul gets a screen. He's going to go inside with it. Nice move. Does not get it to go in, though. Rebounded by Lau. Lau had to Sullivan. Sullivan to Roots. Roots to Lau. Allow to Havemeyer. Down to Hine. Hine's going to drive baseline. Go reverse. Nice. Hine having a good early start. Paul to take up the court for AC Lincoln. 18-9. Lancers lead by 9. Paul gets a screen. Goes inside with it to Rokamp. Stolen by Sullivan. Pass to Lau. Lau gets it to Hine. Hine's going to try and drive, then goes out to Rutz. Rutz comes high post, then goes out to Havemeyer, to Hine. Right side, trying to drive baseline, turns around, pull-up shot, misses that, rebounded by Lau. Lau inside to Hine. Hine with another jumper from inside. Now up to 12 points. Gone to DePaul. Inside to Ross. Ross with a nice move. Misses his layup, though. Rebounded by Hine. Hine ahead to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau looking for open three. Does not get it. Goes in. Drives. Misses his layup. Rebounded by Paul. Tipped away by Lau and a foul called on Lau. That'll be his first personal, team's second. 20-9. Lancers lead by 11. And a timeout is called. $29. Lancers lead by 11. 8:18 left to play. Ross into Dolly and back to Ross. Ross down to Rokamp. Kicked away by Hine. Rokamp pass into Ross. Ross attempted pass to Dolly. Gets tipped away by Havemeyer. Pass to Hine, who gets another layup. Running out of room for Hine's points. Attempted pass over from Ross again. Kicked away from Hine. Dolly, nope, sorry. Rokamp pass in. Gets it into Ross. Ross going to split the 2-3. Tries to pass to Rokamp. This time stolen by Lau. Goes up with it. Misses. Rebounded by Escamilla, who steps out. 22-9. Lancers now lead by 13. Hine passing in for the Lancers. Hine gets it into Lau. Lau across to Havemeyer. To Hine. Hine inside to Oster. Tipped away by Escamilla. And Tim got his arm caught in the ball. That'll be Oster's first personal, team's third. And they're going to get Fisher to come in for Rokamp. Paul will get it into Ross. Ross to Dolly. Lance is still in the 2-3. Working a lot better. Getting it down to Fisher. To Paul. Paul with a jump shot. Comes up short. Another foul called on Oster. Be his second personal, team's fourth. Paul will be shooting 2. And he makes his first. Kern in for Oster. Paul will miss his second. Rebounded by Sullivan. Pass ahead to Lau. Almost stolen by Escamilla. Tipped away by Lau. Taken by Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Sullivan. Sullivan to Lau. To Sullivan again. Fakes the pass. Gets it to Lau. Pass inside to Rutz. Gets taken by Paul. To Ross. To Escamilla, he goes beyond him, gets it to Dolly though. Back to Escamilla, stolen by Sullivan. Gets it across to Lau, who will lose it out of bounds. Fisher into Ross, to Escamilla. Down to Dolly. Back up to Escamilla. And to Paul. Down to Ross, who has an open lane. Stops short, though. Comes out to Paul. Paul's going to drive center with it. Nice layup. Havemeyer with it now. Gets it down to Rutz. Rutz into Sullivan. Sullivan back out to Rutz. Rutz, 3. Just misses. Long. Rebounded by Hine. Hine gets it to Havemeyer. Then across to Rutz. Skip pass to Hine. Hine's going to try and drive baseline. Goes up with it. Misses. Rebounds his own shot. Goes up with it again. Scores. But a charge called on Hine. Oof. Okay. Hines first personal, team's 5th. Paul with it now. Paul's going to come up to Escamilla, then down to Fisher. Back to Escamilla and over to Dolly. To Paul. Sorry, to Ross. To Fisher again. Fisher tries to get it down into Ross. Almost taken by Sullivan. Ross will make it. Havemeyer taking it the other way. 22-14. Lance is leading by 8. Havemeyer to Rutz. Back to Havemeyer. Down to Hine. Hine to Havemeyer. Havemeyer. 3. Nice. Paul gets a screen. Lance is back in a man. Across to Dolly. Dolly down to Ross. Ross to Escamilla. Then down to Dolly again. He's going to lose it. Ross picks it up, though. Out to Paul. Paul inside to Fisher. Fisher's pass gets tipped away. Stolen by Havemeyer. Havemeyer all the way ahead to Rutz. To Sullivan. To Havemeyer. To Hine. To Havemeyer. To Rutz. Rutz back to Havemeyer. Havemeyer. 3. 2 in a row. Havemeyer now with 10. Paul now with it. To Escamilla and down to Dolly. Back to Escamilla and over across to Ross. Fisher, Escamilla tries to get into Paul. Nothing there. Fisher and Dolly. Ross again into Escamilla. Covered well by Havemeyer. Misses his shot. Rebounded by Kern. Outside to Havemeyer. And Havemeyer taking it down the court. Nice move on Fisher. Cross to Hine. Down to Rutz. Back to Hine. Hine inside to Kern. High post. Ball is tipped away. And Escamilla will lose it out of bounds. Or not. No. Out of on Lancers? Okay. Paul with it again. Paul's going to drive inside on Roots. Goes up with it, misses. Air balls, rebounded by Hine. Hine taking it the other way now. Hine goes inside with it up. Just misses, rebounded by Paul. 28-14. Lancers lead by 14. Down to Dolly. Back to Burnt, and then to Ross. Ross to Fisher. To Burnt. To Fisher again. And across to Dolly. Dolly tries to get it into Ross. Stolen by Lau. He's going to go up with it and makes that. Lau with the first points of the game. 30-14. Lance is now up by 16. Paul coming the other way for AC Lincoln. To Fisher. To Ross. He's going to drive right side, go along the baseline. Tipped away by Lau. Taken by Havemeyer. Havemeyer ahead, passes out to Hine. Hine's going to drive, then take a jump shot. Nice shot by Hine. Hine, you can only score 2 more points, otherwise I'm out of space for you. Paul with it now, 32-14. Lance is now leading by 18. Pass ahead to Fisher. Fisher to Ross, then across to Dolly, to Burnt, to Ross. Ross then inside to Fisher. Gets the screen. Getting really close to half court there. Then down to Ross. Into Paul. An inside pass just made 3-point line. That's how far back they were. And Paul goes up and in with it on Roots. Lau to Havemeyer. To Lau. To Williams. To Hine. Hine, high post. Bounces around and in. I'm currently now out of space for Hine to score any more points. 34-16. Lance's lead. Paul with it. 56 seconds. Ball across to Ross. Ross inside to Dolly. Goes up with it. Misses his shot. Rebounded by Rutz. Rutz now taking it the other way. 43 seconds. Across to Havemeyer. Havemeyer back to Rutz. Rutz to Hine. Hine inside to Williams. Williams with the turnaround jumper. Misses that. Rebounded by Rutz. Out to Havemeyer. 3. No. Rebounded there by Burnt. Pass ahead to Paul. 22 seconds. Paul gets us 2 screens. Rutz still on him. To Dolly. To Ross. Off Dolly. He's going to lose it. Gets it. Havemeyer gets it. Goes up. Nice layup by Havemeyer. 4 seconds. Paul with it. Last shot will make it. Is it a 3 though? It is. Okay. Felt like he was inside that 3-point line, but apparently not. It was really close. 36-19 is the final score of the half. Lancers lead. Oh, that's a lot of math. 17. And we'll be back in approximately 10 minutes for the second half. See you then. Hello and welcome back to the second half of the varsity game between the Eau Claire Man Youth and Lancers and the Alma Center Lincoln Hornets. Lancers lead 36-19, up by 17. Ross with it for AC Lincoln. Pass across to Rocamp, down to Paul, up to Escamilla, and across to Ross. Ross inside to Paul. He's going to drive, then go outside to Ross. Ross out to Escamilla and across to Rocamp. Rocamp inside to Paul. Outside to Ross. Ross, three. Nice. Lau with it now. Gets it across to Havemeyer. Havemeyer back to Lau. Lau's going to drive, then go outside to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Hine. Hine to Kern. Kern is fouled by Escamilla. That is his third personal, team's first of the half. Oh, second? Should be his third personal. Inside to Havemeyer, outside to Hine. Hine's going to stop at high post, give it off to Rutz. Rutz to Lau. Lau outside to Hine. To Havemeyer. Havemeyer, three. Nice. That's his third of the night. I think he's 3 for 5 overall. Ross with it now. Gets it down into Burnt, who airballs an open jumper from inside. Pass to Paul. Paul to Ross. Ross goes up with it. Bounces out the front of the rim and out. Rebounds his own shot though. Outside to Paul. Paul, three. Misses that. Rebounded by Rutz. Rutz to Lau. Lau to Hine. Hine's going to drive baseline, then go up with it. Misses his first layup, but makes his second. And I don't have any more space, so I'm going to have to start marking tallies at this point. I think Hine has 22 points. 20 points. Pass to Paul. Paul back to Rocamp. Then to Ross. Ross down inside to Burnt. Stolen by Lau. Lau to Hine. Hine's going to drive with it and go up and in. How do I score your points now? Pass down to Rocamp. Then to Paul. It's the most rainbow pass I've seen in a while. Inside to Burnt. Burnt tries to get it out and falls over his own feet and lets the ball roll out of bounds. 43-22. Lancers now lead by 21. Lau is going to pass it into Havemeyer. And Dolly comes in for Burnt. Lau with it. Going to pass across to Rutz. Rutz back to Lau. Lau to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau to Rutz. Top of the key. Back down to Lau. Lau inside to Hine. High outside to Lau. Lau. Three. Ross with it. He's going to attempt to get it down to Escamilla. Stolen by Lau. Lau to Havemeyer. Skip cross to Lau and then to Rutz. Rutz inside to Hine. Hine back out to Rutz. Rutz across to Lau. Top of the key again. And they're going to reset. Timeout called by Lancers. Full timeout. 46-22. Lancers lead by 24. Hine with 22 points, the leading scorer of tonight. Rutz follows him. Sorry about that. They keep playing music, and that's not allowed to be heard on there for copyright reasons, so I have to keep stopping mid-sentence, which is really annoying. Either way, I was saying Hein had 22. Rutz follows with a close second of... Ooh, points now. 9, 10, 11, 12. With 15. Rutz now with it in the corner up to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Hein. Hein, jumper 2. Now up to 24 points. Exactly half the points, actually. Down inside to Paul in the corner, right side. Skip pass across to Dolly. Dolly with a jumper. Comes up way short. Tipped around. Received by Dolly, and then inside to Paul. Out to Dolly again. Dolly trapped. Gets it out to Rokamp. Rokamp attempted pass to Ross is stolen. Lau to Havemeyer. Nice play. Sorry, it wasn't Rutz that had all those points. It was Havemeyer. I looked at the wrong name. Sorry. So Havemeyer now has 17. Not Rutz. Stolen by Havemeyer. Pass ahead to Hein. Hein with another layup. And timeout Hornets. Hein now with 26. (52-22). Lancers now lead by 30. AC Lincoln's ball. Ross with it now. Lancers in a 2-3. Ross to Paul. Paul up to Rokamp, then to Conda. To Ross, inside to Paul. High post, stolen by Kern. Tipped away by Hines. Pass to Rutz. Rutz to Havemeyer. Havemeyer back to Rutz. To Havemeyer again. AC Lincoln no longer running man. Down to 2-3. To Rutz. Rutz. 3 in and out. Rebounded by Conda. Pass to Ross, and Ross will take it up for AC Lincoln. To Rokamp, down to Paul. To Conda. To Rokamp again. Down inside, tipped away by Rutz, saved by Sullivan. Pass to Kern. Kern ahead to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Rutz. Rutz to Hein. Hein opposite corner to Rutz. To Havemeyer. To Hein again. Hein, 3. No. Saved by Sullivan, though. Out to Rutz. Rutz, 3. No. Rebounded by Burnt, that's his name. Out to Paul and then out to Ross. Back to Paul, then to Rokamp. Rokamp, 3. Nice. Rokamp is now 3 for 4, I believe, on threes. Maybe 3 for 3. I think 3 for 4 sounds. I think that sounds right. Havemeyer to Hein, back to Havemeyer to Rutz. Rutz is going to go up with it. Misses his layup, rebounded by Sullivan. Sullivan goes up with it, misses his layup, and rebounded by Paul. 52-25. Lancers lead. 27. Ross outside to Rokamp, then down to Paul. Foul called on Sullivan. First personal, team's first of the half. Ball is passed into Conda, then to Ross. Misses his layup. Rebounds on shot. Pass to Paul. Paul, 3. Nice shot. It's his second of the night. I think he's 2 for 5. Lau with it now. Gets it to Williams. To Lau again. Lau to Rutz. Rutz to Williams. Stolen there by Rokamp. Pass to Ross. And Ross will take it up the court for AC Lincoln. 10 minutes left to play. 52-28. Lancers lead. Rokamp with it. Into Paul. Across to Ross. Ross is going to drive. Nice jumper in the middle. Misses that. Rebounded by Kern. Kern to Lau. Lau now to Rutz. Rutz to Kern. Kern back to Rutz and across to Lau. Lau fakes a 3. Gets it to Rutz inside to Kern. Kern out to Lau again. Lau, 3. That is his second of the night. Ross with it now. Ross to Rokamp. To Paul. Tipped away by Sullivan with the pass to Conda. Saved by Ross to Rokamp. Rokamp, 3. First miss of the night. Rebounded by Ross, who will put it in for him. Lau with it now. Lau inside to Sullivan, out to Rutz. Rutz, 3. Misses just a little bit right. And Ross lets it go out of bounds. And a lot of subs now. Oster and Hine come back in for the Lancers. I thought somebody Burnt, I believe, came in for AC Lincoln. Ross down to Conda. Conda to Paul. Paul goes to skip pass across to Rokamp. On the ground, gets it to Ross. Down to Burnt. Burnt makes one. 55-32, Lancers lead. Lau to Hine. Hine back to Lau. Lau outside to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Line to Hine. Lau to Hine. Ugh. Back to Lau again. Lau gets a screen. Down to Havemeyer. Inside to Hine. Almost losing it. Hine's going to drive inside, go up with it. Ball gets tipped away. Taken by Ross. Ross to Rokamp. Inside to Burnt, overshoots. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau to Hine. Hine across to Havemeyer. To Hine. Hine, 3. Bounces on top of the backboard. Ross with it now. Ross gets it to Rokamp. Rokamp again overshoots to Paul. Rutz into Lau. To Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Roots. Roots inside to Lau. Lau with a layup. Ross with it. To Rokamp. Rokamp down to Paul. Doesn't overshoot this time. Paul with an extended layup. Looks pretty happy about that one. Pass to Roots. Roots to Hine. To Roots again. To Hine. Jumper 2. Misses. Rebounded by Lau. Put it in. 59-34. Lancers lead by a lot. I'm not going to do the math. Probably 25 or something. Pass by Ross going inside, and I believe Oster draws a foul. Or Oster is called a foul. It's his third personal. Team second of the half. And Sullivan in for Oster. Conda gets it into Ross. 6 minutes to play. Down to Paul. Paul to Conda. To Ross. Gonna drive. Misses his layup. Rebounded by Rutz. Rutz to Hine. Hine's gonna go up with it. Contested and makes it. Ross with it again. Goes outside to Rokamp. Down to Paul. The same thing happens every single time. Foul called this time on Roots, I believe. Yes, that is his second personal. Team's third of the half. Conda gets it into Paul after being tipped by Sullivan. Gets it to Ross. Ross out to Conda. Conda inside to Burnt. Tries to get it outside to Conda. And Lau making a diving attempt to save that. 61-34. Oof, that's a lot. 27-point lead. Ross with it. Inside to Paul. Tipped away by Lau. Taken by Hine. Hine's going to go up with it. Draws the foul. And makes his layup. That is so many points now. Hold on. That's 30 points now for Hine. And he'll be shooting 1. And, okay, I was going to say make that 31, but rebounded by Sullivan. Sullivan to Lau. Lau to Havemeyer. To Hine. Hine wanting more points. Sends it across to Rutz. Rutz with a layup. Rutz finally getting in the game. Rutz has 6 on the night. Ross with it. 65-34 is the score. Lancers lead by 31. Down to Paul. Again, repeat of the last 10 possessions. Stolen this time by Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau inside to Sullivan. Saves it, passes to Hine. Hine's going to go up and in with it. Fouled, no shot though. Oh, charge. Oof. Oh, travel, okay. I was going to say. Rademacher in for Sullivan. To Conda. Conda gets a screen. Gets it to Ross. Ross overshoots yet again. Gets Rutz with the rebound. To Lau. Lau goes up and in with it. Lau with 14 points now. Conda. Attempted pass to Ross. Almost tipped away by Lau, and Ross will step out with it. And full timeout called by AC Lincoln. So Hine now has 30 points. I think the second top scorer for the Lancers would be Havemeyer. Just beats Lau by a few points here. 17 for Havemeyer. (67-34). Lancers lead by 33. Shouldn't there be running clock at this point? I feel like there should be. Up by 40, okay. Lau to Hine. Hine to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau across to Hine. Hine's going to go across to Havemeyer. Havemeyer to Lau. Lau, three. Yes! Lau catching up to Havemeyer. I think they might... Nope, Havemeyer and Lau are tied right now. 17 apiece. Conde gets a screen. Tipped away by Lau. Saved by Lau. Nope, not saved by Lau. Almost. Great effort. 70-34. Lances up by 36. And Williams will come in for Lau. Gets it into Escamilla, yep. To Conda. To Escamilla again. To Escamilla, back to Conda. To Escamilla again. And finally down to Rocamp. To Paul. To Ross, to Escamilla. Tries to get inside to Conda, nothing there. Gets it to Ross instead. 2:50 left to play. Ross is very much dead. Gets it to Paul. Paul gets a screen. Sullivan with the steal. Down to Havemeyer. Havemeyer wanting that three. Doesn't get it though. Across to Hine. Hine out to Williams. Williams to Havemeyer. Havemeyer, three. Yay! Gets it. Oh, he's too happy about that one. Havemeyer up to 20. Conda with it now. Conda to Paul. To Ross, to Rocamp, to Conda again. And to Escamilla. Can't get it inside, comes out to Paul. Paul, three, air ball. And out it goes. 1:34 left to play. Lance is up 73-34. Up by 39. They need one more for running clock. And out goes Hine and Havemeyer. And that'll probably be the end of it. So Hine will end up with like 30-some points. Havemeyer with 20. Sido in now. Sido to Williams, that's his name. To Sido to Rademacher. Misses his shot, rebounded by Oster. Oster goes up with it, fouled. No score. Close though. Oster will be shooting 2. 73-34, 1:17 left to play in the final half. Oster misses his first. Rebounded by Paul. Paul to Ross. Ross to Conda. Conda to Rokamp. Another really high rainbow pass. Gets it into Paul, though. Paul goes up with it. No shot. Doesn't go in anyway. And is fouled by Williams. Oster. Oster now up with 4 fouls. And 4 team fouls overall for the half. Williams to the steal. Ahead to Rademacher. Rademacher's going to go up with it. Misses. Sad. And a foul called on Rademacher. That'll be his first personal. Team's 5th of the half. 30 seconds. 8 seconds, sorry. Rokamp with it. Lance is leading by 39. Rokamp into Paul. Ball's going all over the place. Jaconda to Paul again. 23 seconds. Paul into Rokamp. To Paul again. Ross, 17 seconds. Escamilla to Paul. Paul's going to drive inside with it. Tries to go up with it and misses. I believe the foul is called on Sito. This time it'll be his first personal, team 6th. Paul will be shooting 2. And he will miss his first. And make his second. He has 17 points on the game. And Sito's going to let the time run out. Perhaps. Maybe. To Williams. Saved by Williams. And time runs out. There we go. 73-35 is the final score. Lancers win by 38. Which is a ridiculous amount. Paul for the Lincoln Hornets ended with 17 points overall. Let's see. Pine ended with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 16. Exactly 30 points Hine ended with. Havemeyer coming with second most points with 12. With 20. Lau with 18. With 17, sorry. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you probably tomorrow for the girls' JV and varsity game, and maybe Saturday for another boys' varsity game. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night.